This is the only cookie that you need for the winter season. This is a giant brown butter s'mores cookie made from scratch. This is super simple to make, and with my brown butter cookie dough, it just takes it to the next level. You have to make this cookie. So the first thing I'm doing is getting 113 grams of white granulated sugar. Then I'm going in with 210 grams of light brown sugar. Now I am weighing my ingredients, but I will have the cup measurements as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is get some cooled room temperature brown butter. You want to make sure you're using room temperature brown butter, but if you need to cool it fast, put it in the freezer. Next, I got some all-purpose flour going in. This is 250 grams of King Arthur all-purpose flour. This is the one I suggest you use. Then I'm going in with some dry milk powder. Now I'm using buttermilk milk powder, but if you have the regular milk powder, that's cool as well. A half a teaspoon of baking soda and baking powder, 1 teaspoon of table salt, and I'm going to mix that together and put that to the side. Now let's cream my butter. I'm adding in my vanilla extract because I always forget it with my chocolate chip cookies, and I know I'm not the only one. Comment if you forget your vanilla extract in your chocolate chip cookies as well. But we're going to cream my butter and sugar together, and you're going to know it's creamed together properly once it starts to stick to the bowl. So as of right now, it's not sticking to the bowl, but you see after a while, it's going to start to stick to the bowl right there, and you can see it's properly creamed together. This is a very important step when it comes to making cookies. A lot of people don't do this, and that's why their cookies kind of turn out wrong. But scrape down your bowl, and then we're going to go ahead with the next step, which is adding in 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. And we're going to mix this on low speed, and we're only mixing this until we cannot see any yellow, in the bowl. You don't want to overmix this because if you add air to your egg whites, it can collapse your cookies. When you see no more egg yolks, turn it off. And then right now, I'm going to go ahead and chop up my chocolate. Now, I'm using Ghirardelli semi-sweet chocolate, and I am chopping my own chocolate. Chocolate chips melt funny, but you can use chocolate chips if you want. It'll be the same grams and cups listed on the video. But I want to sift my chocolate chunks just to make sure, those little small pieces of chocolate are not in my dough. So now we're going to give our dry ingredients one more whisk before we add in our chocolate. Now we're doing this because we don't want our chocolates to sink to the bottom and burn. But it's really optional for what you guys want to do. I just do this because it kind of gives you a more uniform chocolate chip cookie, and you can kind of see the chocolate chunks a little bit more. I also must say I did tweak my recipe a little bit to make sure that it kind of went well with the s'mores effect. So this is my basic chocolate chip cookie recipe. Is just a little bit different. Once you add in your flour mixer and your chocolate chips, you're going to mix this on low speed just until combined. You'll see what I'm talking about a little bit. You don't want to make gluten streaks in this because it'll make a tough cookie. So right when I see it's about to combine fully, I kind of stop it, and that's it. We're just going to kind of mix by hand because it's hard to overmix when you're using your hand. So I'm going to put this chocolate chip cookie dough in a container, and I'm going to let this rest for at least 30 minutes. Now you can bake this right off right now, but they will spread a little bit more than you would like. So once I do that, I'm going to get my s'mores effect going. So I got some graham crackers going down. This is just kind of one little slab that I broke up into 2 pieces. And on top of that, I'm going to put some Hershey's chocolate. Now I did cut mine in half. I know seeing people add more chocolate or less chocolate is really up to you. So this is the amount that I put on there. And then we're going to put some jet puff marshmallows. Now you can put whatever marshmallows you like. These just the ones that I saw that was in Walmart. Now I was only going to add 1 marshmallow, but I felt like I needed to add 2 because I wanted the marshmallows to spread and kind of toast in the oven and give that kind of toasty effect to my s'mores cookie. But it's totally up to you of how many crackers and chocolate and marshmallows you want in your cookie. You can go wild with this. It's up to you. You are the king and queen of your own kitchen. So I'm going to take some chocolate chip cookie dough, and I'm just going to try to cover all of the marshmallow and chocolate as much as I can. At this part, I got a little bit nervous that it was going to kind of spread a little bit more, but it didn't. So you can put 4 cookies on a cheese tray if you want to. But I didn't know that at the time. But I'm basically just taking the cookie dough and just kind of making sure I'm covering every edge. Now, it's not going to be perfect, and I didn't want to use all my cookie dough because I did want to make some regular chocolate chip cookies. But if you guys don't care about that, just trying to make sure that it's covered to the best of your ability. I got some marshmallow exposed, so it is going to give like a toasty, roasty note by exposing that marshmallow, but it's totally up to you. I'm going to bake this on 350 for about 17 minutes, and I'm going to put the other 2 cookies and cookie dough in the refrigerator. In total, this makes around 8 jumbo size s'mores cookie, 12 or more if you make them smaller. So here's how it looks coming out the oven, and as you can see, it looks beautiful. As you can imagine, these s'mores cookies were gone within minutes. My family really enjoyed them, and I know your family will too. So the full recipe will be in the description below. Also, my cookies and brownies, the ebook will be in my description as well. See you later.